So I've got this really amazing piece of wood right here, and I'm planning on cutting it up into a few slices and building some sort of rustic wall hanging art piece out of it. Now, the only thing is that it's a little bit too big for me to cut through with my electric chainsaw. So my friend Tom actually brought over his chainsaw, which is much bigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it to cut through this. And with any luck, I'll be able to cut it into a few nice, good, clean, even, or at least somewhat even slices and get started on this wall hanging art piece. Okay, so I got the piece of wood all cut up, and I wanted to show you guys a couple of the pieces right now that I really like. So I actually really like this piece right here. I think this is a really interesting piece of wood, and I might be able to do something with this. But my favorite piece is this one right here. Now, this is an amazing piece of wood. And the reality is that a piece like this, I mean, this could just be a piece of art within itself. I really don't think that it needs much else to be a piece of art. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all this wood over to my table and lay it out and take a good look at it so I can really figure out exactly what I wanna do. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then figure it out from there. Okay, so here's the thing about building a piece like this. Too many pieces is going to actually make this piece look worse. So, you know, when I go to build a piece of wall art, typically I like to use a few pieces, not just one piece. Although I could make an exception here and just use one piece. But how it is right now is I've decided to add 3 pieces. This piece, and this piece. So it just adds a little bit to the main piece right here. But as I started trying to put pieces on this side and on the bottom, it just looked wrong. And I would rather have less pieces and have the piece of wall art look good than throw a whole bunch of pieces at it and make it look cluttered. So anyway, you know, I'm just gonna have to do some grinding and kind of fit these pieces together a little bit tighter and as good as I possibly can. But a piece like this is still gonna be a ton of work. I mean, a lot of cleaning and grinding and trying to grind the surface down. I cut the pieces nice and thick because with that piece of wood, if I would have tried to cut the pieces at 1 inch thick, there's a chance that nothing would have held together. So by starting out with, like this piece looks like it's about 2.5 inches, you know, then I can always grind it down later, and at least the piece was able to hold together when I cut it. So anyway, this is what I'm going with for now. If I add anything to it, and there's a chance I might, then I might do it, but for now, this is what I'm gonna go with. And even though it's simple, it's still gonna be a lot of work. So I'm here in downtown Ventura right now, and I'm actually heading over to the Lou Ross Academy Barber School. So I finally decided to get my hair cut. Now, this is obviously something I've been putting off for a little while now, but the thing is that it's now June, early June here in Ventura, and it's starting to get kind of hot right now. And the problem with this hair is that it only adds to the heat, especially when I'm working outside quite a bit. And the other thing is that I work with power tools a lot, and I'm finding that I constantly need to push my hair out of my eyes. So that's a bit of an inconvenience. And I guess I'm doing this for the sake of being more efficient at woodworking. This way I can stay cooler and keep the hair out of my eyes like it is right now. But anyway, it's only $2 here at the Lou Ross Academy. And believe me, this isn't an advertisement for them. I'm just saying it's a pretty good deal. And you know, I might end up leaving like a $5 tip, just depending on how much I like the haircut. So if I get out of here for $7, it's still a really good deal. The thing is, I've always been like a big Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka fan. So I've always kind of liked my hair a little bit messy and always liked the way his hair looked. But there comes a time where I just need to start over and get it all cut off and then let it grow back. So I don't know if I'll let it grow back this long again, but anyway, I'm gonna head on in here and I guess we'll see how it goes.
Took it in. However,
I can take it off. It's getting hot. Yeah.
air conditioning in here right now, so it's just.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this hair, honestly.
What are you gonna do with it? How short you want to go?
Well, we're gonna go short, man. Because I have really thin hair. It's kind of why I
use scissors, or you want to go with guards?
You can start with scissors and we can go from there, but
okay, perfect.
But unfortunately, like I love my hair the way it is, but I don't know. I'm gonna miss it, man. It's tough for me to do this.
So how short do you want to go?
We're gonna go pretty short, like start out with like 1 inch or 2 inches or something, and we can just kind of take it down from there. All right, yeah, it's just it's a hard time for me to do this, and I struggled with the decision today.
See how it goes. I mean, it does take time to like adjust to a new haircut though, you know?
Oh, believe me, I've always struggled with this. I can't really explain. So that's it, I did it. I finally got my hair cut, and I was actually really happy with the job that my barber did. So I ended up giving him a $7 tip, which he seemed totally stoked about. But anyway, yeah, my hair has gotten a lot thinner than I last remember it since my last haircut, which was probably about a year and maybe 5 months ago. But I guess that's what happens as I get older. It's probably just gonna get thinner. But the good news is I'll probably stay a lot cooler on those hot days, and it'll also be a little bit less of a distraction when I'm doing woodworking to have to always push the hair out of my eyes. So if it makes me just a little bit more efficient at woodworking, then I guess it was well worth it. Okay, just got back home with my new haircut, and you know, one thing I noticed is that even my hat fits better. So maybe this will be a nice change. We'll see. Might take some getting used to. But anyway, it's time to get to work. So I'll stop talking and get to it. So this is actually one of the more simple pieces of wood wall art that I've built in quite a while. There's actually only 4 pieces of wood on it. There's the main piece, there's this piece, and this piece. So it really doesn't take a whole lot of different pieces of wood to make a halfway decent piece of wood wall art. You know, I used to have this attitude a while ago where I would say to myself, you know, I want to top the last project that I did. I want to use more pieces, I want to make it more complicated, and I want to spend a lot more time on it. And really, that's the wrong attitude to have when it comes to making wood wall art. So now all I do is I just take a look at the pieces that I have available to me and just try to put them to the very best use possible, no matter how simple the design. So anyway, that's it for now, and I hope to see you guys soon.